Good morning, Hiller School Stars. Today we're going to be learning about the artist Friedensreich Hundertwasser, and you're going to see that he's made some incredibly fantastical, I like to call them Dr. Seuss inspired buildings. He uses these onion domes and he creates these lollipop trees that you could find in some of his paintings. He never used straight lines. Okay, his buildings, it's like cartoons. It's so amazing the way he uses bright colors, curvy lines, and his imagination. He's one of my favorite architects of all time. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your own Hundertwasser painting, and you're going to design your own building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just making the shapes of my buildings. Maybe I'll do this one. I want this one to look like a wave. And remember, this is your building. So you can make it its shape look like anything. And I'm going to pretend like this is going to keep going off the end. I'm going to start adding some of the onion domes. I'm going to give some design in here too to my onion dome. Maybe I'll do a design at the top of my onion dome. I can add another one up here. Onion domes have been used throughout history. You typically find them, you're going to see some onion domes even on the Taj Mahal in India. And, you know, a lot in India and all over the world. I'm going to also add some of his lollipop trees. So it's just concentric circles. Concentric circles are circles inside circles. And maybe I'll do one more here. And now I'm going to start adding some designs. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have this building. He liked adding random lines throughout his homes and buildings. So I'm going to make the windows kind of mimic the shape of the wave that I made here. And that's pretty much what you are going to be doing. You're going to be adding crazy windows, crazy doors. A lot of times his windows didn't match. So he would have circular windows, he would have rectangle windows, he would have windows of all kinds. Make sure you add some doors too, because how are you going to get into your building without the doors? I'm going to just randomly add some curved lines over here. Now I'm using my Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, you can use regular markers or a black crayon. I am going to be using markers to color in, and I'm going to be doing that trick where I use water to make it look like watercolor paint. So this one I'm going to have the windows of all different shapes. I'm going to make the door super tall. I'm going to make this have crazy windows, and they're going to be just long windows with little panes in it. And I'm just going to separate them with black lines. I don't know how they would build this, but you're just the architect. So you're just designing your building. This is going to be part window and part door. Okay. And I'm going to add a lollipop tree down here. Alright, now I'm going to start coloring in. You could use super bright colors. It's all up to you. I'm using markers, but again, use whatever materials you have at home available to you. I'm just gonna outline my windows with the green. And then maybe I'll do a blue building. So it's all just about bright colors. And again, I find his work to be very much like Dr. Seuss. So there you have it. I'm not going to keep coloring in for you. Remember, if you want to turn your marker into paint, what you could do, let's see, I'm going to start with this. So you can kind of outline the area you want. And then you can dip your paintbrush in a little bit of water. And you're going to see it spread. It moves the ink of the marker around. Which I find pretty cool. And I can even do it over here. I can take some of the marker from over there. Spread it over here. Okay, so it's all up to you. Now if you see over here, I got some water in my yellow, but I'm actually going to keep it like that because it actually really made the yellow turn a little green. And I kind of like how that looks, so I'm going to do it for this one up here. So I always try, if I make a mistake, I try to figure out how I can make it even better, okay? So yeah, I'm not going to color this in for you. I hope you enjoy this project. It's super fun designing your own Hundertwasser building. I hope one day I can go visit one of the buildings he made. It's so colorful and so beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.